Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted just to be comfy, hang out with you guys, and show you some quarantine DIYs that you can do during this quarantine where we're all stuck at home. I know it can get really boring and there's like nothing to do, but there's always something that you can DIY. So I'm gonna go through all the things that I have in front of me. Like I said, if you don't have some of the things that I have, go outside, get some leaves, put them behind a piece of paper, make a cool artwork for your room that you can frame. Like, there's so many ideas that you can do with things outside in your house. So you don't need to go out and buy anything, but if you do have some of the stuff that I have in my house, then some of these DIYs you could recreate yourself. So like I said, I do have a ton of stuff here because I don't know, I was going through one of the big boxes that you get, like the storage containers at Walmart, and it was filled to the top. Like the cover was kind of like humped over because it was filled that much. But I'm just going to share with you guys some of the stuff I have. So, of course, I mean, would it really be a video without having a ton of bling for me? Like, I have pearls, I have jewels that you guys probably saw when I made these shoes right here. I love to bling. I have blue ones when I made my blue bling shoes. I have these that I've never even opened. We got these at the flea market and it was like such a steal because we saw them in the box. I've never even used them. These ones are like dark blue, it looks like. These are like purpley pink. So I just have a ton of like jewels. I love jewels. And these right here, I totally forgot that I had them. Now, you gotta like understand these jewels now have been probably, these bras, they're bras, have been sitting in the box for longer than Charlie and I have been together, and we're going on 5 years, so maybe 6, 7, 8 years. So the jewels are kind of distorted now. The glue has kind of like ran through the bra, but I used to love, and these bras don't fit me, okay? I just wanted to bling bras because I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if I could bling? See, one of the jewels just fell off, you guys. That's how like old they are. If I could bling bras, now you gotta remember, this 6, 7, 8 years ago, I wanted to bling bras and things like this for strippers. Okay, that's just how my mind worked. Ooh, I want to bling exotic dance wear. So here's one of them right here. Most of them are not even finished. It was just me playing around. Like I said, the jewels are now distorted, kind of cracky. This one right here I thought was super cool. Never finished it, but see, just like I love to bling, so that's why I have so many jewels and crystals and pearls and Swarovskis. Like, this is what I love to do. I just love gluing crystals. This one right here I never finished, but just to kind of show you guys, like, I have a wide variety of things that I do. You only see me really bling shoes and my Jeffree Star slides and phone cases that I've made, but like I've done a lot of different things. Like, I loved when I took a pottery class. I made this little plant holder right here for my grandmother on the pottery wheel. I have right here string that I'm going to show you how to make friendship bracelets. And I also have a little turtle charm to hang off it, so if you wanted to make a blue and a green, kind of like the ocean, and have your turtle hanging off it, you could do that. And also, I'm using the stuff I have in my house, but if you wanted to make, let's say this, but you don't have string, you could use yarn. You could cut a t-shirt into very thin strips, pull them like this so it gets like that thin look. Make it the same way. Or if you wanted to spend a few bucks on Amazon to get some friendship bracelet string, you could do that as well. But I wanted to show you guys DIYs that I am doing with things in my house that I don't have to go out and buy. Speaking of phone cases, I told you guys about, you see me blinging my cases. One of my things I love to do is Swarovskis. This was before your girl knew what Swarovskis were. You guys can see, I think this might have been the iPhone 4, I'm not sure, but this was just with the regular crystals right here and clear. I bought like a little brooch pin because I thought, ooh, that would look cute hanging off my phone. This one right here, I ripped, it had two big like jewels right here, but I thought, ooh, well, I can pull this off, let me just switch the case, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I love blinging, it's kind of a problem. just to show you guys, like, I've been doing it forever. I haven't had like an iPhone 4 in forever. So I think, what grade was I in? Newly in high school, maybe? Like a 9th grader, like blinging my phone case. No one else blinged their phone cases in 9th grade. Everyone just bought their bling phone cases, and I was walking in with this, and I remember I had it out on my desk, and normally you'd get told, put your phone away, and I remember my teacher, she was a woman, and she was like, oh my God, I love your phone case. And it was like, girl, I didn't say this at the time. Now that I'm older, I made it. So, but I did say that I made it, but I didn't go, girl. Also, I bought these hats from Michael's just because, ooh, they were on sale, and I thought, let me buy some hats. I can do something with them. I made one hat, and I never did anything with it. Just wanted to add some bling. But see, that's the cool thing about things that you can do. These are kind of distorting too because it's so old. I did these when I was making the bras. So you can glue some flowers, put a jewel in them, put some jewels around the hat, and then you have a blingy hat. You can totally take something that is kind of more on the boring side, not boring because I do like a plain hat here and there, and just amp it up. I also used to make headbands for a dance school that I used to sell them at and make money with them using their dance school colors and putting flowers and different color ribbons to match the dance school. So these are just a couple that I've made. Some of the ones that I made for the dance school, remember, they were younger girls, so I would make sure I put extra flowers and really make sure that they were like cute and girly. But these are just 2 that I found, black, white, and red with ribbon, and then this black, silver, and gold. If you'd like to see like a video on how I make headbands, it's super cute. I've had headbands for like every outfit. You know what I'm saying? I went through like a headband phase in my life. So headbands as well. I would just buy headbands and do my thing with them. Sometimes I would bling it. Sometimes it would just be, you know, wrapping it with ribbon and adding flowers and, you know, all that good stuff. You guys, this is where I come alive. Speaking of Swarovski crystals, I have some right here from my Jeffree Star bling slides. I have some in my Sandra Celli bling kit. Speaking of quarantine, you know, a face mask. I was thinking, oh, I could bling a face mask if I had to go out to be me, but I didn't like the way it turned out, so I never did it. But I also have different color Swarovski crystals in here. Pink, blue, clear, more of a yellowy tone one. I just have so much stuff, and it's kind of crazy to see. My grandmother was like, oh my God, you have so much stuff, and you have a box underneath my bed filled with more art stuff. It's one of my things, you guys. Also, glitters. I have silver glitter, I have blue glitter, pink glitter, and then a more chunkier, thick glitter. I do use these for makeup as well, which I'm going to show you because I mentioned in my glitter lipstick review, I can show you a cheaper and more affordable way to get glittered lips. So at the end of this video, you will be seeing how I do glitter lips at home with things I already have. Also, another thing that I used to love to make, and I totally forgot about them until I found this, was belly beads. I loved, you know, the culture behind belly beads and what they meant, and I just always loved belly beads. So I made this one with like the Rasta Jamaican colors. It was really tight for me. I couldn't even like put it on when I first made this. Like, it was too small. I put it on tonight and it dropped right to my ankles. It was too big, and I'm kind of disappointed. Not that I want to be, you know, back to where I was, but like, now I have to make another one. I totally forgot about belly beads, and I used to wear like 3 of them at a time. They're just super cute, and they give your waist a little bit of like, you know, cuteness, a little bit of bling down there as well. But maybe I'll make a video on how I make these, and then maybe I'll do that with like a swimsuit video since I'm losing weight. Maybe I'll be in a bikini with cool blingy belly beads. You guys want to see that? Let me know. If you want to see anything in this video, even stuff that I don't mention or maybe I haven't tried, I'm always up for a challenge. So let me know if you want to see something DIY related that maybe you were thinking of trying but you don't know where to start. I'll help you out, and I'll try it myself. Also, yarn. Like, I'm in the process of making my son a blanket. I made my first ever blanket. It was a red, blue, and white one, and I made it for my son, and he loved it. It was so soft. but I want to make him another one, especially since like I love black, white, and gray. What else? I also have these picture frames right here that I'm going to show you something so cool that you can do with these. And I'm very excited. I also have mason jars right here that I can do something with. I have buttons. I don't even remember when I got these buttons. This is what I'm talking about. I have so much stuff that I don't even remember. And yeah, I'm very excited to get into this video to show you guys things that you can do. So let's get started. You will also need a hot glue gun. If you don't have a hot glue gun, use super glue. If you have super glue, use some tape, use whatever you got in your house to make it work. One more thing, I have hot glue. I like using hot glue because it's quick and efficient, dries pretty much immediately. But I do have E6000. This is what I used for these, I believe, because I remember, oh my God, the bras aren't gonna be dry completely. I gotta let them sit out and dry. I remember that. I was sitting in my living room. But yeah, I just used E6000, and this is what I use for like phone cases and other bling stuff. But when I want something quick and easy, hot glue. So I got my hot glue sticks right here, and I'm going to start with the picture frames. So these are picture frames that we had, and my mom pulled them out and was like, Gina, I forgot I have these picture frames. These would be perfect for a DIY. So everyone has picture frames, and if you're kind of getting sick of a picture on your wall, take it out, bling the frame, put it back in, and voila, new picture. You're like, you know what I mean? That's just what you gotta do. You gotta amp things up a little bit. So I have some buttons out here. I'm gonna make a picture frame for my son's bedroom. I'm gonna use yellow. You guys can see the colors that I have in here. Right in here, you guys see these? I'm gonna use yellow, green, blue, and purple. Kind of like Buzz Lightyear. I know Buzz Lightyear doesn't have yellow, but I'm gonna, make it my own. But I'm going to use these buttons right here and make him a cute picture frame for his bedroom, and I'll put a cute picture of him in it. But this is cute if you have a child, or if you like buttons yourself. You could do something that matches your bedroom. Use white and black buttons in my case, or if you like pink or purple or blue. Just, it's fun. So I thought buttons for your child, for my child, it's something that is very youthful, you know what I mean? So when someone goes in, let's say in my case, my child's room, it's a cute little decor with him in the picture frame, but with buttons around it. And if you think, well, Gina, I don't have a bunch of buttons in a jar. If you're getting rid of clothes, and let's say you have a button-up shirt, or your man or your dad or your uncle has a button-up shirt that he's getting rid of, get the button-up shirt, cut the buttons off, take the buttons off your jeans, dresses, whatever has buttons. You got some buttons in your house, I know you do. So you can do this, and let's say your buttons are plain white. Put some paint over them. Do something. Put some glitter on them. Like, there are things that you can do, and let's say, okay, Gina, here's the kicker. I don't got these little pearls or crystals or buttons to put on a frame. Go outside, look at the rocks. There's some pretty white rocks out there. There's some pretty rocks in general. Get some rocks, some pebbles, and to have a beautiful like stone frame. Don't tell me you didn't have nothing, because you do all around you. So I'm gonna start with his frame. I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Don't mind me, I'm wearing Halloween pajama pants if you're able to see them in the video. My Diva Squad t-shirt. I'm just chilling with the guys, hair up in a messy bun. So let's get started with these DIYs that are so easy, and it will get us moving, getting our minds off things in the world in this quarantine, and it will give us a little bit of a free mind to just play with arts and crafts. And I'm just gonna start gluing them on with my hot glue gun. And it's just as simple as taking a little bit of glue and taking your button, just like this, and you just kind of press it down. So I'm gonna do this around the whole frame. It's as simple as that. Put a little glob of glue and take your button and press it down. I'm just gonna kind of speed this part up a little bit because I like to, kind of arrange them the way I want. So it's gonna take me a few minutes. So I will speed it up, play some music, and you guys just follow along. So cute already, you guys. I love it.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh,
Alright, you guys, so the first one is done. I still have to pick off the little glue strings that you get with hot glue, but I can't wait to print out a photo of my son and put his little picture in here and put this in his room. It's just super cute, and I really like the way that it came out. I'm pleasantly surprised, and it's literally just a frame and buttons. So a frame and buttons can make something super cute. So now I'm gonna make the one for my bedroom, but I am, after this video, probably gonna make another one for my son's bedroom, just so he has two frames and I can put them on his little bookshelf. So I'll make another one after this, but I'm gonna show you one for my bedroom. And because my theme, if you saw the last video, I had pink and blue on my wall, but I'm going back to all white, so it's gonna be a white and black theme. So I'm gonna use the white pearls on the black frame. So I have all different sizes right here. You guys can see big ones, small ones, medium ones. So we're just gonna play around with these and glue them all on. So this is the next one I did for my bedroom. Would it really be an Italian Diva 13 video if I didn't use some Swarovski crystals? So I thought it needed a little bit of bling, so I placed a few of them around. I still have to take some tweezers, just like the one I made for Isaiah, and kind of pull apart the little hot glue strings, but that's easy enough. So now I'm gonna go on my Canon machine. I'm gonna print out the pictures that are gonna go in this, and I will show you guys the finished product of these once those photos are printed, and we will move on to the next DIY. Guys, it is a few nights later and we're going to be finishing up these DIYs, and plus I came up with one more DIY which I have right here that you can do. I wanted to have a few DIYs in this video that if you don't have one thing, you could always do the other thing, or do them all for your house or whatever you want to do them for. So we are going to be blinging out this mason jar the same way that we did for the picture frames. Now, not for my son's picture frame because that had buttons, but hey, if you want to have a button mason jar, go for it. I think that would be pretty cool too. But we are going to be using pearls, and we're going to be using the blue jewels. Now, I'm thinking that this is going to be like a makeup brush holder, or I was also thinking either way, these blue jewels with the white pearls will match my Starry Night photo in my bedroom. Starry Night painting has always been one of my favorite paintings since elementary school. So these beautiful blue gems with the white I think would be perfect, with some like faux white flowers in here, like a really beautiful vase, or my first thoughts, you could put your makeup brushes in here. So I am going to do the exact same thing using my hot glue gun, and then once we are done with that, we will get into the friendship bracelets, which are so easy to make, and I love making them as anklets. I have 2 on my ankles right now, so I think this one I'm going to make is going to go on my ankle again. I'm not quite sure, but I have them right here, so we will get into that once we are done blinging this all out. I am just going to take my hot glue gun. I'm not going to talk through this because it's literally the exact same thing as gluing these pearls onto the picture frame. We're just gluing them onto a jar this time. Now if you wanted to cover this whole jar, you could, but I'm going to space them apart and just do something really cool. But either way, do what your heart desires. If you want to bling it all, bling it all. If you want to just do a little thin line across the top, do that as well. But this is fun about DIYs. You do it yourself and you make it your own. So I'm gonna speed this part up and I'll show you guys what it looks like once I'm done blinging. Okay, so I just added the bigger blue crystals in a pearl just around the top. I definitely feel like it ties it all together. But now we're gonna come in and we're going to add some ribbon to give a little bit more extra detail. So I'm gonna first make my bow, and I'm just gonna take the same amount of ribbon for the white and the blue just to make our bow. So you take your ribbon and then you kind of crisscross it so it looks like this. And then you bend the middle part in, and then you kind of have to work with it together, kind of pull the excess, and it makes a bow. So I'm gonna glue it, work with it, and that's how I make my bows. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the white, make it a little bit smaller, or maybe I'll do the white and then make the blue a little bit smaller, just so there's some dimension, so one's bigger, one's smaller. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm also gonna glue a jewel or a pearl in the middle of the bow. All right, you guys, so it might not look like anything right now, but this is what it's kind of looking like, and now we need to take our ribbon, tie it around the rim right here. So I'm gonna also do the blue and the white again, just so everything matches nicely together. And then I'm gonna tie it into a knot, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of glue behind the knot and then pull the knot tighter just so it is now fully glued on the back, so you know your ribbon will not come undone. And then you're gonna glue your bow on top of where the knot is. All right, you guys, so I'm going to get my makeup brushes, and I'm also gonna grab some pink flowers, even though I know they won't match, but just to kind of show you guys. But this is what it looks like. These would also make, you know, if you're having a wedding and you're doing DIY, cute little DIY centerpieces. You could put like a little light up candle in here, some flowers, especially if you're on a budget. Mason jars are super cheap at Walmart, and you get a ton of jewels, a ton of pearls, and hot glue guns are pretty inexpensive at Michael's or Joann's, or I bet even Amazon, and so is the glue. So like you could always use these as centerpieces. They're just super cute, and I think that it's like really cute. So I'm gonna put my makeup brushes in and add those flowers as well, just so you guys can see. So these were my wedding flowers. They were faux flowers, had the blue inside, which matched our wedding. So I thought these would be perfect to throw in this jar, and honestly, this might go upstairs in my room because they were my wedding flowers. They're sentimental, and it matches this little vase perfectly. Okay, I don't know about the mason. I had a good idea, you guys, but look at, where's the brush? I thought it was gonna like stick out the top all cute. Okay, right now what I'm using is a coffee mug. Let me see. But realistically, if you put like sand or the stones in there, it would kind of hold them up a little bit. But what I'm planning to do is put flowers in this and put it in my bedroom. If I had smaller mason jars, you know, they make the mini ones, this would be perfect to put your makeup brushes in. But you could put your hair brushes in there. You could honestly put whatever you wanted in your little bling mason jar. So I love this. I think it's a really cute DIY. You can use any colors you want. You could do rainbow, you could do just the pearls, just the blue, if you liked pink, whatever color you wanted, make it your own. So now we're going to get into the friendship bracelet. So what I'm doing is I picked out the colors that I want. I'm going to be using these 4 colors, and I'm getting the right amount, which is really, it just depends. I like to get extra so I have more to work with, unlike this one that I was making, and I wasn't able to finish it because, as you can see, the pieces get too short when you're working with it, and I've only made this much and there's only this much string left. So I always like to make sure that I have extra string, and I'm making a thicker one, so you're gonna need more string anyways. So I'm doing a greenish teal color, a baby blue and a darker blue, a pink and a light pink, and a yellow and a more orangey color. So now I got all my pieces, and I have this doubled, the yellow one. So I'm gonna come in with my pink, and you wanna have 2 yellow on each side. So a total of 4 yellow pieces, 4 pink pieces, 4 green pieces, 4 blue pieces. So let's take our pink right here. Let's see what end I have it. So once again, we have 2 pink pieces, so a total of 4. We're gonna add this to our yellow. Just put it over your thumb just to kind of straighten them out. So here we go. We have this. Let's grab our blue. So once again, all we did was took the string and then folded it in half. So we have, let's just get that ribbon out of there. So now we have all the pieces. You're gonna have to cut the end because once we folded them in half, you're gonna have some pieces that are still joined together. So you wanna try to get this as neat as you possibly can. Sorry if some of this isn't in frame. I got a lot of string that I'm working with. Just make a simple knot. Make sure that you're pulling through all the pieces. And voila, you have your knot. So now you have your pieces, and this is what you're gonna start to tape first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take some tape, and I noticed that you kind of have to take a lot of tape because this will start moving, and I also have to tape along once I start the whole process. So I'm just gonna take a good amount of tape to make sure that that is secure for now. And then once again, you probably won't be able to see this, but I'm just gonna come down. Let me just pull it up so you guys can see. And you wanna cut to where your shortest piece is. So honestly, that's where the green is. I'm gonna take it right here, and I'm gonna cut this extra off. Now do not throw this stuff away because you can use it for anything. So I place it into my little pile. So now we have all our colors. You don't need to see anything down here now because now we're just working up here. So remember, we had 4 pink, 4 yellow, 4 blue, and 4 green. I'm making more of a thicker one, but right here all I had was 4 yellow and 4 blue for this little bracelet that I never finished, and this was the width of it. This one's gonna be a little bit thicker because I have so many strings here, but you can make them any different size, any different width, skinny, thick, whatever your preference is. So I'm going to start separating them. This is now what you're gonna wanna do. So I'm gonna start with my pink first. This is how you can pick your little order. I think pink, and then I'm gonna do the blue. And you guys can kind of see how you tied your knot, what colors, honestly, let's do yellow. What colors should go next with the way that the knot is holding your colors. So you want to separate them. Pink, yellow, let's do the blue. And it will get a little knotted, but you just got to be patient. I like really enjoy this stuff, so I could sit here for a few hours just doing this because I love it, but I know some people don't like it. So now that we have our 4 colors, pink, yellow, blue, green, you're gonna wanna start that process over. You're gonna wanna do pink, yellow, blue, green. All right, you guys, so I feel like I have it the way that I want it. So now you can see that we have all our colors laid out. What we're gonna do is I'm going to just take this whole bunch right here. If you're doing a thinner bracelet, you would separate these two and do it the way that I'm going to show you. But since we have so many strings, I'm going to just take the 2 color strings and we're going to do it like that. So what you're going to want to do, it's so easy. You're going to take your next string, which is yellow. So you got your first string, which is pink, my next string, which is yellow. You're going to take your string and you're going to put it over the yellow, kind of like you're making the number 4. You guys, it's this simple. You lift up your yellow string and you pull through the pink, and then you pull it right up to the top. Now you want to do this 2 times. put your string into a 4, lift up your yellow, and then pull through the pink. Now that is done, you're gonna wanna place your yellow to the side. We're only working with the pink string. You're now gonna wanna come in with your green string, do the number 4, and once you kind of get used to it, you don't need to make it look like a 4, you just literally throw it over, pull the string through, go up, pull nice and tightly, go over again, pull nice and tight, put your green piece to the side, now come in with blue. Place to the side, come in, make the number 4, pull your string through, pull nice and tight, do it for a second time, pull nice and tight, and put your next color, which is blue, to the side. So now we're gonna come in with the pink one. And once you get done with doing this process, then you'll start with yellow to the green, yellow to the blue, yellow to the pink, and you keep going from there. And it's as simple as that. That is the only pattern that I know right now. If you hear that noise, that's just the coffee pot in the background, but you are going to end with pink. So you started with pink and now you're ending with pink. I will show you guys one more time. You're just gonna take now your next color, which is yellow, throw it over the green into the letter 4, or if you're like me, you kind of got the hang of it now, just throw it over the green string and then pull it through, and you're gonna do this the whole time. Alright you guys, so I'm going to be finishing this up soon. My pink one is getting pretty short. That's why you want to make sure that you have extra long pieces. Even though when you think it's too long and you're not going to use all that string, keep the extra string, because trust me, it gets short super quickly. I'm going to do a few more rows and then that is going to finish up my little anklet. And I don't mind if some of the string, like this, doesn't cover my whole ankle. I don't mind the string showing through. That's how my other anklets are. So that's totally fine with me, especially since this is getting so short. I won't be able to do too much. All right, you guys, so now we are finished. Let me take off the tape so we can see how long it is. Now, if you wanted to make this more into like a choker or a necklace, whatever you wanted to do, you would of course have more string and make it longer. This would fit as a perfect bracelet for my size wrist. So you could have it as a bracelet. A little big for my wrist since I'm losing weight. So things have been getting a little big. But this is going to be perfect for my anklet. So all I'm going to do is take the colors, kind of like we did with the top, and I like to tie a knot. But you have to make sure that the knot is like right up to the end where your string ended, just because I like that look better instead of having a nice big gap. And then I'll do it one more time just to be extra secure. Pull it nice and tight, and that is how I finish off my little anklet. And then I will, how I tie it around my ankle is I like to put the string through the hole and then tie a ton of knots, because I don't take these off. Once they're on, they're on. And then you can also kind of stretch it out a little bit, and it makes it a little bit bigger as well. So this was one of the DIYs that I wanted to show you. It is very tedious, but it's something that I enjoy doing. If you have a child like me, put your baby to bed and then you can come sit down, have a little bit of relaxation, put on some nice music, and just make yourself a little DIY friendship bracelet. I'm so happy with how this little anklet came out. It's thicker than my thickest one on my ankle, so this one will add a nice little variety of thicknesses on my ankles with my little friendship bracelets. I love the color. It's so summery and it does look like a little candy stripe. So I hope that you guys liked this, and if you do recreate them, definitely tag me. So I'm going to be showing you the next DIY tomorrow, because I'm going to be going to bed, so you'll see me all different. And we will be doing the glitter lips. So this was the first one that I made, this really skinny one. Now if you were making one this size, it would be a lot quicker. This was the other thicker one that I made. As you can see, not as thick as this one. This one took me maybe double the time of this one just because it was a little bit thicker. And this one took me the longest so far, but I love the way these anklets look. And as you guys can see, I cut it, but I like to leave some string hanging because I notice like after showers, you guys can see how like the string kind of just falls into place. Like, I don't mind it. I think it adds a little bit of rawness and I like it. I like the way it looks kind of like hanging there if it were to twist around. But I just wanted to show you what my anklets look like from the smallest one, the middle one, and now my biggest one. I can't wait to make my mom one tomorrow. She has to pick out her color so I can make her a nice thick anklet. All right, you guys, it is the next day. You saw me last night, a second ago, making the friendship bracelet anklet and also watching me bling out a mason jar where you could put flowers, you could put brushes, whatever you wanted to put in your mason jar. That is what you saw. So I told you that I was going to show you a glitter lip kind of like tutorial because I filmed a review on a glitter lip kit, which I will leave that video linked down below if you want to see it. You can see my whole review on it, but I said in that video that I can show you guys a more affordable, cheaper, and easier way to do this. So I'm going to be showing you that today. All you're going to need is some eyelash glue, a little brush to be able to put the glue on and apply the glitter, and your choice of glitter. These glitters right here are just from Michael's and Joann's. They're just craft store glitters. Now, if you wanted to be fancy, you could use cosmetic glitter that you can actually put on your eyes. This is what I started with my makeup journey with doing glitter eye looks, is I used craft store glitter. I never had a problem, but I don't want to tell you guys to go out and use craft store glitter and then something happened. Like, use cosmetic glitter just to be safe. But this is what I used when I started out doing makeup. So this is what I have on hand because this is what your girl used, and I've just always used craft store glitter. So I am going to do silver today just because I want to do silver, but you can do any color that you want, but this is the color that I'm going to show you. So if you want to do this look, this is just extra fine glitter. You guys can see right here, and the color silver and, well, sterling. And then I have this eyelash glue. It is the Duo eyelash glue. I've been using this eyelash glue, how many times am I going to say eyelash glue, for years. And then I'm also just going to use this old Sigma flat brush. Now, you have to be careful when using eyelash glue on your brushes because it can ruin them, but I'm going to do this super quick and then wash it off right away. Just because I've had this brush for so long, you guys can see that it's like kind of fraying. I need to buy a new one, but this is the brush that we're going to be using today. So all you'll need is your glitter, your eyelash glue, and a brush. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the eyelash glue on the back of my hand. You don't need too much, just enough so you can coat your lips. Just like that review I did, they had their little bonding, it was like a glue, but it was in like a lip gloss container. So this is the difference. You're just going to take your eyelash glue. It doesn't smell the best, but theirs didn't smell good either. So wipe it on your lips. And I have a little bit of liquid lip balm from earlier, but you don't need a lip gloss. You don't need a lipstick underneath because mine is going to be like a really opaque glitter on my lips. All right, you guys. So then you want to open up your glitter and dip your brush in. But voila, there you go. You have gorgeous glittered lips. And it was so quick and easy. Literally when I told you guys after I did that review, I know a way that you could do this so much quicker, so much easier, and definitely a lot more affordable because the amount of glitter that they gave in that glitter lip kit, it wasn't that much. So if you do, let's say you want to be risky and buy craft store glitter, you get so much glitter in your packages that this will last you such a long time. And the eyelash glue is only like $6 at like CVS or Walmart. So I love it. Just wanted to quickly show you that part of this little DIY because you can do glitter lips yourself. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this whole quarantine DIY video. I want to have more of these on my channel. I love DIYing. I love doing crafts. So definitely stay tuned for more of those type of videos in the future. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you do recreate any of the things that I showed you, please tag me on Instagram because I would so love to see it. And I will see you divas in my next video. Bye guys!